Okay, today I'm gonna talk about vibrating high and changing your perception of reality and having people trip with you. Because when you change your perception, people around you are also gonna act differently. Um, once, like, I already said, like 6 months ago, 7 months ago, I was in a spiritual awakening, and everywhere where I would walk around, every person would have a reaction on me. Like, um, you become like a essence, you become like a light, and you, how do you say it, when you vibrate very high and you step out of this reality, you're gonna notice that you're gonna heal every person around you. And by healing those those people, you also let all energies circulate. Well, not that. Every time I start filming and start trying to share knowledge, I forget what I want to say. I don't know why, it's annoying. But anyways, um, I also wanted to talk about something differently. If you if you're spiritually inclined and your perception is already different and you know how to read body language, you know that, well, not everybody knows that, so not everybody understands it, but I focused on it a lot, and I had experience on my own as well, and everybody does this unconsciously, consciously, or subconsciously. And yeah, I'm gonna, how do you say it? I'm gonna decipher all three of them. Okay, I switched up the camera. I have to keep it straight. Or let me put it here. Can I put it here? Ah, whatever. Yeah, so, you know when. Okay, whatever. You just sit straight, man. You know when people, they start scratching their face with their left face, with their left yeah, with their left hand. Well, those are actually, how do you say it? Um, it irritates your skin. Like there's something you just, it's itching. Yeah, it's itching. You have to. My English is not fully good, so it's hard to articulate things I pick up in Dutch and translate it to English. But when you when you scratch your face with your left hand and you're like this, and you picked up lots of negative shit, or you are being used as a vessel by a spirit, by a negative spirit, or even it could be a positive spirit, and you keep scratching your face like this. When you know, when you're conscious of it, you actually know you're being programmed, or you notice. See, every time I try to share knowledge, no, it hurts everywhere over here. I don't fucking know which spirits are trying to stop me. But I'm just trying. I'm inspired by like Dolo the Pilot Man, like Archangel Uriel, like conscious communities. I also want to share my spiritual experiences, you know. But for a reason, always feels like when I do it, I always have this feeling of like, oh, I'm not supposed to share any knowledge. I have to keep this thing for to myself or something. It's like, and then my whole body hurts when I start doing it. But whatever, it's not relevant. Let's go through that shit. You know, fuck them spirits, man. Anyways, let me keep going. When when you have your, so when people start scratching their face or their head with their left hand, they could um pick up information, or they could have a insecurity or something about jealousy or something about worries. They could pick up thoughts, or it could be the essence of the negative spirits trying to stay in the vessel when when you drive them away, because a lot of people where I walk around, like they don't do anything about scratching the face, and the moment I walk around, they're like this, and they look at me, and I just notice there's something watching me. Same happens when agents they arrive, and they look at you through people. Like when I start shining my light on people, I try to heal people, and I'm fully myself. Look, I try to stay grounded. um Agents, spiritual police arrive, and they look through people, and the way they start arriving through people, and they look through their eyes, is by scratching their faces. So like in a way, so the energy starts here of the agent, and they start putting that energy into them, and they program their subconscious or their conscious to be able to take control over the person. And so, well, that was with the left hand that I was talking about. Your right hand is more lively, it's more your spirit, right? And so, well, it's all connected, it's all one, but at the end, for me, out of my experience, I already feel that, like I've been programmed to even do maths with my subconscious mind with my right brain. And that's why I'm very bad at it, because I'm not really practical. I don't really have my left and right brain in balance. And well, they say it's not a good thing, but I've done that shit since I'm little. I think in a way my spirit also chose to be like that, and there's a reason why I'm like that. But like I call myself practically unlogical, because I'm only focused on subconscious and things out of this realm. Like my birth chart, I have a 12th house stellium and my moon, Uranus, and Neptune into it. So, like my moon, my emotions are unconscious. Um, Also, mysticism, all those things. Focus on that. Emotions are focused on that. Uranus, individualities, focus on that. Neptune, dreams and illusions, focus on that. And yeah, that shit gives me like psychic abilities and all other shit. And so when when you use your right hand and you put it there, you can you tap into the subconscious realm, or even the archangels, angels, or spirit guides, or how do you say it, your higher self. Like right now, if someone would come in and I would react out of my ego, and I would do this later on, I would like, whatever, man. Like, why didn't you just react like this? Like, I'm my lower self sometimes. Sometimes I'm a higher self. Depends on how I vibrate, in what moment, or how I'm influenced by my environment. How many people are 3D around me? If my perception is 5D because of how I'm vibrating, or where I am, because you have some places like you have a spiritual shop here in the city. When you walk in there, you notice 5D is all around that place, and it depends on the people around you. And if you have people that drag you down, they lower your consciousness. You also kind of you also become stupid in a way, especially with family. When family has a lot of influence on you since you were little, you react out of ego constantly, because they know you since they were little, and so when they talk to you, you react out of your left brain, because you know them that way. It's like programmed into your system in a way. And so it's hard to like speak out of your higher self, or even out of your subconscious mind, or share knowledge with them, or speak to them, because in a way they're even their spirit, or they could also be influenced by lower energies. Their spirit don't want them to wake up in that way. So like, for example, I've talked to my mom couple times, speaking conscious things to her that I saw in her, about lower energies. And then instantly when I talked about it, my whole left body just hurt like that. I have pain everywhere. It's like the spirit stopping me, like blocking me, like, no, you ain't doing shit. And then I see the spirit looking at me through her eye, like, motherfucker, and that shit happens. And so, um how do you say it? Yeah, so, if you're not really if you think you lowered your vibration, or you lost yourself in a way, yeah, if you lost yourself in a way, use your right hand on your right hand, right side of your brain, tap into your subconscious realm and try to receive knowledge like that there's ways like that. And yeah, so like for example, if there's like itching everywhere and things, and you notice you get a lot of thoughts as well, or information at the same time when you're scratching. Like every time I scratch or scratch on this side, like most of the times when I scratch on this side on the left, um it's like a whole insecurity, like don't do that, like it's like regret and things. And it's like lower energies, or maybe even spirits trying to scare me with fear or regret or jealousy, or um yeah, in a way, I don't know sometimes if you can trust it or not. I'm very skeptic, I stay on my right side, but in a way I have to heal my left brain as well. It's like full of things and spirits, and I picked it up. I'm like a sponge. So yeah, for everyone it's different. For me, it's like I like to keep everything on the right, keep everything in my subconscious, and operate like that. But I have to learn to balance myself out as well. But everybody has their problems, and yeah, you will notice because everyone who's awakened and who has a different perception, they will notice people, they be scratching their face and they be influenced by lower energies, especially if you can read thoughts or pick up feelings of people. They be influenced, especially when they have their phone in their hands. When I have my phone in my right hand, well, my phone has a lot of bad energies and shit, and strong, how do you say it, not vibrations, strong, how do you say it, hem, like the, not the energy, like the electrocution, the how do you say it, like the connection, not like, for example, like the Wi-Fi between the router, that thing in the phone itself has a lot of influence. It also takes control over your system in a way, like you're gonna be programmed in the way that you're gonna be more addicted, especially with the newer phones. With older phones, you don't have it that much. So, for example, if I have it in my right hand, I kind of like damage it in a way. I kind of like I hold it and then I start scratching my face like this, and like because then the right side of my brain and body kind of gets taken over, and my consciousness lowers to a level. And so like for a reason, they're kind of split for me. The other side thinks of that, and the other side thinks of those positive things. Like my right brain is like, make smoothie, do this, like all those practical things are even there, but I have to keep tapping in. Or for example, like your higher self tells you something, and then you start scratching your face or your head with your left hand, and then you forget it. It just goes away because you're influenced by those lower energies. And so you can really feel like you're like schizophrenic or something. You're gonna feel like you're crazy if you're not in tune and you don't know yourself. And if you know what's right for you, if you're a positive spirit, you want to be positive, you want the best for yourself, you want to vibrate high, you want to heal yourself, even in the toughest times. When you're being influenced, you know deep down what's right for you, because with your inner wisdom and your experience. For me, example, I have my spiritual awakening where I was full of love and I was healing people, and I was on full high consciousness, and I knew what was best for me. I know how to get there. So I know if another road or path comes to me, and it already sounds more negative, I know that to which guide and to which side I have to listen to, because I know exactly, um yeah, I know exactly who I am. And so yeah, it's important to stay like that, you know. I kind of feel like I repeated things or not. I don't know. Fucking. Hey, this shit is new for me. Okay, give me a break. These are all insecurities coming up. Anyways, much love to everyone. I hope this wisdom and knowledge um can be used for anyone. You know, I hope I'm not just talking bullshit for people, and that I mean not. I hope I'm not just talking common sense for people, and it's actually useful. Oh yeah, in my last video I said I was gonna have a spiritual video rap. I still have it somewhere. But I need like a beat or like a mic or something. I have to do it. We'll see, man. Whatever. Peace. Much love.